when I first started in audio, like I would want to know like what's under like $250.
Yeah.
Like realistically, right? Like people are just
Right.
starting out in this. They're like, I'm not spending no $500. You know what I mean? Of course, as you get further into you're like, you can make sense of that. But going into it, if you're coming from like some computer speakers or no speakers, it's hard to spend that money.
Yeah, 100%.
I
100%.
mean, with the speakers that you did, that shootout that has like a ton of views, Aaron, what were the price ranges on those subwoofers?
Oh, those are all budget, man. Those were all like, I'm trying to think. I think probably at that time the most expensive one was probably like 2 or 250.
See, I
I
think
was
maybe your definition of budget may have changed now. You think?
Yeah, so I think there's a semi budget around 1,000, but I would say like budget would probably be
And my
500.
budget.
Yeah,
And my budget.
I think to get good looks and good performance, you're going to have to spend around $1,000, right? Like you can get okay looks or okay performance, and one of the other ones are going to be good. But to get both of them together, you're probably looking at like 800 to $1,000.
You see, that's what when I was reviewing TVs, I noticed that if I said budget and defined budget as under 1,000, people like freaked out. They're like, no, budget's like $200-300. I'm like, I wouldn't touch a $200 or $300 TV if I was looking for any kind of quality.
Yeah, for real.
And if you wanted a TV from the big three, Samsung, LG, or Sony, minimum $1,200 to $1,500 is what you got to spend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. Maybe we should call it a bougie budget.
Bougie budget. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Real budget under $500. Bougie budget under 1,000, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just about expectations, though. Like if they just hear more sound, if it can play a little bit louder, if it has a little bit more bass, maybe that's all they really want. We're over here trying to talk about like very accurate response, and they're like, I don't care at all about that. It needs to be be better than what I currently have.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think I finally like one of the sound bars I got was a clipped sound bar to review years ago. $150. It was on sale. I think it was list price for $200. And then I ended up giving it to my buddy Chris from high school, and he had a Sony TV, and he's like, dude, I'm missing so much sound with just the TV speakers. I was like, I know. And he was totally happy. He still has it, years later. That's all they need,
Yeah.
Some budget, something, $150, $200. That's it. Something they don't want to.
Yeah. Well, we often say that sometimes we're listening on our phone like this too, right?
Yeah.
I can enjoy a song and listen to it like this, if I know the song. If it's a brand new song, this is one thing I thought about. If it's a brand new song, I should probably hear it on some good speakers so I can hear everything. If it's a song I know, then I can listen over the phone because I already know how that song goes.
You recognize it. Yeah, you already know what to expect.
I can still enjoy it. But if it's brand new, I cannot judge the song based on, like this.
So there's that word again, expect, right? So maybe it's all about managing expectations, like you said earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like how much you're spending versus the performance you're going to get. We have to manage that expectation, not for just us, but for the people watching our channels and watching our review videos. Manage expectations.
Yeah. And you know what I think it is for me, at least, is I would like for people to understand that there's the different levels to it, right? When you say, hey, there's levels to this. Yeah. A speaker that can play louder with more bass. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. But imagine if you have some nice imaging, right? And some accurate vocals, just everything sounding realistic. To me, that's not that much further up, right? You wouldn't have to spend that much more to get a speaker just has more bass that's pretty garbage to one that is like actually pretty good. Like I can actually live with it. Even though I have so many speakers, I can still enjoy these XT20s that I just made a video about. Like I really can play music out of those and just sit and enjoy it. Of course I'm like, oh, well, I want to put a sub on that thing. Of course I'm going there, but I could really enjoy it enough with that.
Make sure to check out our audio-only version of the podcast at anchor.fm/Daily HiFi, or just go to your favorite podcasting service and search for Daily HiFi.